Welcome back for episode 10. Today we're going to talk about some timetables. Timetables, the frequency of how often your buses, trams, metros, monorails, or water taxis run. You can have a schedule where only they have one particular stop at each station per hour, or you can set up where you can have multiple. You can have a tram run every 5 minutes. So therefore, every 5 minutes at any particular stop, you're going to have a tram or train or bus or trolley or something stop. You can open it up to ranges. You can adjust ranges from weekday, morning rush, evening rush, weekend, night, and you can even create a custom one. You can choose the preferred size of the vehicle. Up in the upper right of the thing, you can see that there's preferred vehicles small for overnight, but during the day you could have large or medium, depending on what types of vehicles you had running on each line, depending what's running out of each depot, to set it up so that your transit system is efficient. You sometimes will get into where some stops to simply pull so many people that even the vehicle can't fit them all, and plus the vehicle's running and it's pulling in other passengers from other stops, so you'll increase the frequency of the units. So you might have a bus stops at certain bus stops every 10 minutes or whatever, based on the demand. For me, what I like to do is the weekday I'll set the midday hours, usually the midday hours, and I'll maybe run every 30 minutes to where eventually I'll increase it up to maybe every 20 minutes. And then for weekend and night, you can expand it. You can keep it an hour if you want, but if you have certain lines that do a lot of business, you might want to do it every 40 minutes or so to have uh, every so often, every other hour, a couple buses or whatever running. Morning and evening rush, you might want to even have more frequency to where you'll have three possible stops at each station. How you set those up is when you whatever starting time you select, whatever ending time you select, and the interval is what makes it how frequent it goes. And it's just a matter of observing bus stations, bus lines, train lines, trolley lines, and seeing which one has the most issues, where vehicles are overcrowded. And also, you can add vehicles to lines. As the more frequent line, the more frequent times it stops, the more vehicles you need. So it's something where you just have to keep your eye on it. Here we're just going through the various lines, the bus lines, the trolley line. Uh, we can even do tram and monorail to adjust the time frame as to when to have change the nighttime to make it less and expand rush hour times, and then where rush hours go, so we can have actually more time, and then have weekdays during the day schedule one way or and such. And then as you set it up, you can always use the previous copy from once you have, let's say, one line set up. Any. So most of the default vehicle size is preferred size is any, but you can choose if you wanted to. See, the nighttime, the default is always small, but if you always wanted large or medium vehicles to run at night, you could always set it up that way. You can remove Saturday and Sunday service schedules if you didn't want such, or how you wanted to set up. You can remove weekday service from any particular line. And there's a number of ways you can set up. You can set up an independent line As previously as I said, you can make it an express, and maybe that particular line is try line 1A. You can rename it 1A, and that try line on the weekend runs a totally different schedule compared to weekday, and it uses is a totally different. But all the vehicles run out of the same depot, so you can divide it. And I've done that in the while playing this game, and probably I'll demonstrate it in a future video where we'll have two different lines, use the same depot, the same vehicles, but one's the weekday line, one's the weekend line, and how we'll set it up for its service. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for future episodes. Please subscribe.